So I have a tiny game dev channel, like mega tiny.
That's what she said.
Yet I was able to boost my viewership by 400% in the first 24 hours. I did this by doing just 3 simple things, and I'm going to share those 3 simple things with you today. If you're curious about the topics I'm going over today, go check out Thomas Brush's channel. Go check out Thomas Brush's channel. He has a live stream. He kind of went over my channel and critiqued it, and that's kind of where I got the ideas for today. So 400% more views. How did I do it? What did I do? Well, start where I started. Pacing. My old videos, the pacing sucked. I tend to drag on topics and the viewership would drop. No one stayed to the end of the video. CTR, or it's called click-through rate, is so important for the health of a YouTube video. If you can have good CTR, more people are going to see your video. So in preparation for that video, I wrote a script and I tested the material just to make sure I could keep that steady pace. And that actually kind of leads us into the second point. Creating headline material. What the heck do I mean by headline material? What I mean is talking about things that people want to talk about, or people are curious to talk about. For instance, AI is huge right now. People want to talk about it, especially in the game dev realm, because it kind of changes the way you make games. Or talk about Thomas Brush and how he roasted my channel. That's very relevant for me, and people like talking about Thomas Brush. I typically try to make a headline before I make the video, and I usually keep the headlines to 3 or 5 words. That way I can make a thumbnail and then use that thumbnail to kind of guide the rest of the video's content. It was just super helpful for me to go in that order. And that leaves us with my final tip. And I think the most important tip, and the tip that kind of made me change the way I make videos. That's the 10-second rule. As I'm sure you've probably heard, goldfish have the attention span of a goldfish, or goldfish have the attention span of like 10 seconds. And humans apparently have that same attention span. That's actually not even true. If you do a quick Google search, you'll find that on average, the human has an 8-second attention span, which is very sad. So that's where the 10-second rule comes in. Every 10 seconds, I try to re-engage the audience. This may sound like a lot of editing, but it's much simpler than it seems. By adding some B-roll or slight camera pans or zooms or even text on the screen, you can kind of re-engage the audience. This is sort of something I'm still figuring out, but I think it's really important. I am by no means an expert in this. If I was, I'd have a much larger audience by now. As a game dev, I'm constantly trying to find new ways to do things and get creative about content that I hope you guys can enjoy. I also just want to share what I've learned so far and what's worked. And so if you guys have anything that you've implemented into your own videos, put them in the comment section below. I'd love to read it and continue to learn and implement them in my own videos. I love learning with you guys. So thank you so much for clicking on this little video and sticking around to the end. It literally means the world. If you would, please hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay tuned for my upcoming content. And yeah, I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time. That was much better.